more bugs in Dandy's world. So I'm sure all of you have experienced this bug. This user says, Ichor isn't adding to the thingy. This has been here since the new update. The Ichor number does not go up. As you can see, this bug has been fixed in the newest servers 12.5 that just came out a few hours ago. Players have been getting an automatic kick out of the game, and this user says, why was I kicked? All I did was be Dinosaur Shelly for like a minute. And then they get this message saying, disconnected, inappropriate usage of animations, which is so weird. This is not a ban, just a kick from the game. Other users have been getting this animation kick as well from just playing in the roleplay section. This next bug is to do with Connie's active ability. This player said Twisted can be attached to the wall with Connie's ability. Let's take a look. Okay, so they're playing Connie and Twisteds are following her. She used her active ability and the Twisted gets stuck in the wall for a few seconds. That definitely needs to be patched. This also happens to Bobbit as well when she enters Precious Packaging, her active ability. Twisteds get stuck to the wall. The devs are still working on a fix for this issue. So as you know, V has an ability to detect machines. This user said on Sprout's map, it keeps highlighting a machine outside the map with V's ability, and this is happening to a lot of people. And funnily enough, this user says secret machine, and they've managed to fall out of the map and they found a machine just sitting there outside of the map. So I guess that's what the V players are finding with their active ability. Super funny. For people still experiencing loud twisted dial footsteps, loud twisted pebble footsteps, King Mob said, we just pushed a tweak to it today in 12.5. Let me know how that goes. It's on our radar and we're monitoring the changes. So I guess they're still trying to find a fix for the bugged noises. A really funny bug that a player has noticed is to do with Coco. This user said, I just realized this when I was doing a Coco solo run. She becomes a magnet to the chair. She starts floating. It's very paranormal activity. That creeps me out so much. As most of you may know, the warehouse got a rework and this player has found a huge bug. This player says, new warehouse additions have a hole through the entire floor. Let's take a look at what they're talking about. And as we can see, there is a huge gap in the floor in between two rooms. Then they said, follow up to the hole in the floor. Twisted Brightly fell out of the map. So a Twisted fell out of the map. Let's take a look. Okay, so I guess we're going to the hole that we saw previously, and Twisted can actually fall inside the hole. Wow, Twisted Britney is literally stuck inside the hole. What is going on? She's completely stuck in the gap. She just fell through. She fell through the gap. She is now running around in the base plate of Dandy's world. We have a bug to do with mastery quests. I'm not sure if many people are experiencing this bug, but this player did report saying, just bought scraps. When I switched to her to look at the mastery quest I have to do for her, it only shows the completed mastery of the previous tune I was using. And if we take a look, they switch to Poppy and they have Vintage Poppy, okay. And then they switch to Scraps and it says that they have completed all the masteries on Scraps, which is not true. It doesn't seem like many people are experiencing this bug, so I wonder how common it is. If you're an Exxon fan, you may have noticed that Exxon's passive doesn't work on treadmills. This user said, I noticed that when playing as Exxon, if you extract from the new treadmill machines, it doesn't give you the 10% like it should. And here we have an Exxon going to extract a machine and it should give him a small completion from his passive, and that doesn't work for the treadmills. In my last bug video, I talked about a user reporting that research is being deleted from their account, and now we have another user reporting the same thing, saying, I had 9% research on Astro and now I got 6%. I can't believe it's decreased. And here we have a picture of their research on Twisted Astro and it's at 6%. They claimed it was at 9% and 3% disappeared. So it looks like it's starting to happen to more and more people. example. We have a glitch to do with the treadmill machines that is not a glitch. If you're on PC, you can use your mouse and your spacebar to complete skill checks and it goes much faster. King Mob said it's not abusing anything. We allow multiple inputs. If it becomes an issue, we'll revisit, but don't worry about abusing a bug or anything like that. So using your mouse and spacebar to complete the treadmill skill checks is allowed. Another weird bug happening in Dandy's world, which should be patched with our newest 12.5 version, Pebble leaking Ichor. Let's take a look. So Pebble is running towards the elevator and he is leaking Ichor like an old vehicle. We have an animation bug with Razzle and Dazzle where Razzle is the only twin to extract a machine. If you were a fan of the peppermint icing trinket and brusher, you may have noticed that peppermint icing does not work on brusher anymore. This user has spotted something that I have noticed as well. They said, so according to my stats, I own 11 tunes, but I actually have 8. And as we can see, it says tunes owned 11, but when they go to their tunes, if we pause the video, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tunes. So why does the stats say they have 11 tunes? So there's 3 tunes coming out of nowhere, and I've checked my own personal account and I also have an extra 3 tunes that I don't have. We also have abilities for tunes in the RP mode not showing up, and sometimes if they do show up, they get kind of mixed with other tune active abilities.